You're live on Lunch Break Live.
Hello, I'm here. My name's Jenny Goldfarb, and I have my third child, but first vegan baby with me today.
Whoa, look at that angel. What's her name?
Her name is Autumn, and she's 3.5 months old, and this is her first Jane Velez Mitchell Jane Unchained appearance.
What an angel. What a little angel, and so well behaved.
Agreed. So I have 3 children, and the other 2, I didn't know what we know now about veganism, and so I was eating all the regular stuff, and I had all the morning sickness and all that stuff, and then I got a little wise in the last few years, and so this is my first vegan baby, and it was incredible how no morning sickness and how great I felt. And I actually Googled, why do I feel so good? And there are videos out there saying plant-based diets, that's the food the babies need to grow, not surprisingly.
Look at this angel. What a great name, too, Autumn.
And so this is actually my first vegan baby.
Oh my gosh.
And my biggest vegan baby. So she was born like 22 inches long and topping all the charts. So
wow, anyway. Healthy, bouncing baby girl with gorgeous eyes.
Aww.
and so sweet. Well behaved. My gosh.
Yeah, a little surprisingly.
Yeah.
So plants build babies. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, it's perfectly healthy, healthier actually. Whoa, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I am so happy for you. You are amazing. Amazing. And so tell us, what do you got here for lunch today?
So we're going to have a little delicious lunch. I am a mom and vegan food blogger, and I came up with a little recipe that I'm now starting to sell called Unreal Corned Beef, and it is sitting right over here. It is a plant-based corned beef with a little almost pastrami punch, a little spice kick to it that I make from scratch, from beets and tomatoes and chickpeas. And we've got some caramelized onions that we're going to throw on this baby. And we've got some homemade Mrs. Goldfarb's Russian dressing and some marble rye bread. And this is my favorite vegan cheese these days.
Oh, it's so good.
Doesn't everyone love the Violife?
Oh, yeah, Violife.
So I melt some of that. We make a Reuben out of this situation. Bada bing.
And there's so many vegan cheeses to choose from. I find them all delicious. Like, which one am I going to choose? It's hard to choose. They're incredible. So, wow. So take it away. I would love to just watch your baby all day long. Look at that baby. Vegan baby. So, for moms who are a little concerned, I don't know, can my baby be vegan? What would you say to them?
I would say that I believe that we've been a little bit hoodwinked and fooled to believe that we need to consume the animal products that most of society consumes. People think it's limiting to eat a plant-based diet. There are 18,000 edible plants, grains, fruits, vegetables, seeds, nuts, herbs, and most of society is eating these same 3 animals. And so it's so clear that you can pull everything you need straight from the earth, that we can eat food that's alive, to build a life, to eat foods that are living. It's really a no-brainer when you start to think about it and you start to eat that way and feel good on it.
I love it. And you have a beautiful shirt I know this baby has on.
Yes, she does.
And it's got a little message, so we might want to see it.
On that.
Vegan baby! Vegan baby, how wonderful. Well, again, congratulations.
Right. Thank you.
So thank you for inviting me over for lunch.
Let's have some lunch.
Yeah, let's have some lunch.
All right.
Okay. All right, and here is the, basically the layout. I am starving. This looks so incredible.
Let's do it.
All right.
So, I'd like to actually...
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
So let me rinse my hands off.
Yeah, no problem.
And then we're going to start to assemble a delicious lunch.
Okay, and thank you for inviting me into your lovely kitchen.
Oh, my great pleasure indeed.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and would you like me to make this like a Reuben melty cheesy
Yeah.
thing? Why not?
Woohoo!
Right? Okay.
Right.
So we're going to grab our Violife. And actually, I'm going to grab here. We just sauteed the onions in this pan. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this on a little bit.
What a gorgeous kitchen you have.
Oh, that's so kind of you.
Yeah.
Okay, so the beautiful move here is you're going to pop the meat.
And when we say meat,
we mean the most beautiful, luscious, nutritious, cruelty-free, compassionate, plant-based meat that we're just going to warm up ever so slightly.
Uh-huh.
And this is a good trick to know for frying in general.
Yeah.
And remember, this pan is only because of my sauteed onions.
Got it.
We're using a perfectly clean pan.
Yes.
So I'm taking a slice of this vegan provolone, and I'm gonna lay it on top. But the way to get this to melt, this is just a good little cooking hack, is we're gonna do a couple of drops of water, and then we're gonna cover it up a little bit.
All right,
So I'm
terrific.
just gonna do, we have it on like a medium flame, just gonna do a couple of drops of water.
Okay.
See how that starts to make things
Beautiful. And then you don't
sizzle?
add a lot of oil, so you're not making it more
Exactly.
extra fattening.
Right,
You know,
right,
you're
right.
getting all the goodness without like saturating it in oil.
Exactly.
So that would be terrific.
Exactly.
All right.
So this is going to melt up to some cheesy perfection, and we can start to assemble some of the bread and the sauce and make a delicious vegan deli-style sandwich. And should we mention that I just created an online store. We are selling our Unreal corned beef all across the United States. It ships cold. It's very exciting. You can check out unrealdeli.com if you want to order some today.
Unrealdeli.com. Yeah, I mean, this is great for the people who say, you know, I'll never give up my corned beef. I'll never give up my pastrami.
Totally.
I'm Puerto Rican Irish. My Irish side, my dad, he ate corned beef, and then when he met my mom, who was pescatarian, he gave it up. But I remember as a kid, that was probably the hardest thing for him to give up was the corned beef and cabbage, which was a traditional Irish dish.
Funny you say that, because famous chef Eddie Huang recently went vegan, and with his 400,000 followers, he posted his last photo of his meat meal, which was a corned beef dish. I'm thinking to myself, not to worry, Eddie Huang, we got you covered. So
Can we see how this is going, just to get a sense of?
Yeah. So
I have a
it's not-
tendency to burn everything.
We're not
That's why I ask.
We're not quite hitting the melty cheese part,
Yeah,
but we're
yeah.
starting to crisp things up. And by the way, this works great on sandwiches, but it also works great on, like it can make a corned beef hash, and it can go into
What is a
tacos.
corned beef hash? I've never really known what a corned beef hash is.
Good question. So a corned beef hash is basically, it was like in old deli days, they would use the edge skins of the corned beef, because you'd be slicing it, but then you'd have some like extra, parts that would have extra seasoning on them. And instead of throwing that in the trash, you'd chop that up with some potatoes, peppers, onions, and make just a really delicious kind of scrambly hash out of it. And that's what
Oh my
that
God. And everybody's like, your baby's adorable. Bring back the baby. Yay.
Mom.
But you know
Okay.
what? We'll bring back the baby. You
Yeah.
just hang in there. When we're having lunch, the baby will be coming back.
Yes.
Yes.
We'll get the baby
Okay.
coming back.
So,
let's come over here. I'm
Okay.
just going to put together some of the saucy sauce. So this is just so easy. It's just a vegan mayo. I mean, people, now that vegan mayo exists, there's no reason to ever touch regular mayo.
oh yeah. And now, how
needs
did you
it?
get it to? Is this Chipotle
here's-
mayo or what? What
Here's
kind
what
of?
it is. These are the ingredients, and I'm so happy to type it up for you.
Yeah,
Jean.
sure.
It's tomato paste, a little bit of sriracha, a drop of salt, apple cider vinegar. Am I going too fast? That's
No,
some
no.
relish. And a drop of Dijon mustard. That's it.
Okay,
Just
say
kinda
it
whip
one more time.
One
This
more
is
time.
a way to get what kind of?
This is Russian dressing.
Okay.
Vegan Russian dressing, which is
Yeah.
not widely sold and
Yeah.
can be easily assembled from vegan mayo, tomato paste, sriracha, relish, Dijon mustard, and a little bit of apple cider vinegar and a drop of salt.
Oh my gosh, I
So
love
I know
that.
sounds like a big list, but you probably have half those things in your home already or more, and you can kind of eyeball it. I like to eyeball it. I think that's
Yeah,
like
I've never followed a recipe in my life.
Good, who needs it?
And I have a tendency, I think, as
Give me
some
one
people
sec.
do,
One sec.
to.
Okay.
Oh,
So we're
look
starting to
at
get- Yeah, we're
this!
starting to get a little heat and a little melt. I'm gonna bring it up before we burn anything.
Okay, fantastic. Look at this. I'll do a little drone shot. I have a tendency to burn everything. That's why when you see lunch break lives at my house, almost all the pots look like they've burnt. They're spotless, but they're burnt because I've never made anything without burning it. And I think cooking is an expression of your personality. So I think it says a lot about me. Yeah.
All right.
Look at this,
Now I'm
people.
gonna pop
Look
on
at
some
this.
sauteed
Oh my
onions.
God.
Of course, coleslaw, sauerkraut.
Oh my gosh, this is
you know,
incredible.
spicy deli mustard. There's so many ways
Oh
to play
my
this
gosh, unbelievable.
up. Oh, Jane.
Wow.
Yeah, some
Woo!
people will say to me, why are you eating the stuff we're trying not to eat? And I like to say, all of the taste and none of the suffering. So,
I love it.
yeah,
Yes.
so
look at
take
this.
a look what's going
Look
on
at
in
this.
there.
Look at this. Look at this.
All
This
right.
is so
we
delicious.
call it Unreal.
Unreal. Now tell us again where people can get your product. this started out something you were just doing and now you're selling it. Where can they go?
They can go to a number of delis and places around LA and soon Whole Foods, but more importantly, they can go to unrealdeli.com, UNREALDELI, just as it sounds, and there's a store link, and you can see the tiniest box is unfortunately the most expensive, the 1 pound, because it's freight and ice and all this, but it goes down to about $15 a pound if you buy in a little more quantity, and it freezes well for 6 months. You know, much range on freezing plants, so that's the beauty of cooking with foods like this.
Well, guess what? Time for the taste test.
All right.
So if you come around here
let's do it.
and just stay right there, don't touch any of those buttons.
Yep.
This is my favorite moment of the day.
Yay.
I love it. And so what I'm going to do is
Feel free to dip it in if you want. Get a little extra.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Unreal. Let me just do this. Unreal.
Woo.
Okay? Unreal, and where is it? What's the website again?
Unrealdeli.com.
Unrealdeli.com. I'm going to say it 3 times. Unrealdeli.com. 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 Why am I saying it 3 times? I've just been watching a documentary about the advertising age, and one of the things I point out is you have to say something 12 times for people to get it. So, unrealdeli.com.
Aww.
And what a great holiday gift. What a great gift for your pre-vegan friends who say, I could never give up pastrami. I have a lady. In fact, Darlene in my neighborhood. And she says, I'll never give up my pastrami. I'm going to bring it to Darlene. Oh my gosh! This is so delicious!
Oh.
You are a genius, my dear.
Oh, honey. Not missing a thing, right?
No words. There are no words to describe how delicious this is. I mean, I grew up in Midtown Manhattan. 3 blocks from the Carnegie Deli. Okay? This looks exactly like what they sell, and it tastes exactly like or better. And it's guilt-free because there's 0 cholesterol. One of the things people don't realize is that there's 0 cholesterol in all vegan products, all plant-based products, because plants do not produce cholesterol. Only animals do.
This one only has 1.5 grams of fat per 2-ounce serving, which is way less than Beyond Meat and Impossible. Also, 14 grams of protein per 2-ounce serving, which is also more than those veg burgers. Yay.
I'm ordering this. I like it. The other thing is, to be honest with you, even though I do a daily vegan cooking show, I'm not the world's greatest cook. As I've mentioned, I burn everything. This looks like something I could make. It's not like 25 ingredients. You just take this out. If you freeze it, you defrost it, right?
Sure.
I had it in the freezer. Take a little bit out, defrost it. You could probably break it down even to little packets, like little sandwich size, and then put it on the grill for a few minutes. I know how to make toast. I've gotten really good at that.
Yay.
I can't combine toast and coffee at the same time, but I can do the toast. And let me tell you something. I could make this really easily. I can see how I could make this. That's what I love about it. It's easy.
Yay.
Okay, so
All right.
once again, unrealdeli.com. Unrealdeli.com. You guys, this is a perfect gift for those who are already plant-based and you're trying to get your friends and relatives to go plant-based, and the holidays are coming up. We know how loaded that can be as people, you throw a little more of this great, what did you call that?
Russian dressing.
Russian dressing on it. You know how the holidays for vegans can be very loaded because we come in and there are other people eating animals, and we don't want to make people feel bad, but sort of by association they feel like, well, if you're not doing this, and then you try to explain to them. This is a great way without having a discussion. You say, here, I brought you a gift. I've mailed you a gift. Check it out. It's that simple.
Totally.
Unrealdeli.com. I have to have another bite.
Yay.
This is...
Tom Venchel just said, or Venzel said, Jane will babysit for a box of this. All right, you in? All right, done. Thanks, Tom.
All right, listen.
All right.
Everybody's clamoring
People
for your
want
baby.
Autumn.
Do
All
you
right,
want to bring Autumn back?
Let me get that vegan baby for everybody.
Okay, here we go. Look at this, people. I have to tell you, this is so delicious. Take a look at that sandwich. I mean, my gosh. Can you even tell that it's a meat alternative? Oh, here she comes, the baby. Yes, and look at this healthy, bouncy, vegan baby.
Yay.
So,
Yeah.
as we wrap up, just tell me, I mean, what would you say to people about babies and veganism?
I would say babies and veganism are the perfect fit. I would say this is the ancient diet that all the babies once came up on, and that it's a little bit of a ruse that we're told that we shouldn't be eating ourselves and growing our babies this way. You know, just like the dairy industry alone, which is of course like all doctors tell you when their 1-year-olds start drinking tons of milk every day, and all formulas, except if you look specifically, have dairy already built into them. They're made to grow a baby cow from 150 pounds to 600 pounds in 1 year. That has nothing to do with the health or growth of this kind of baby. So that's just the milk example, and there's so much more. So many ways.
God.
Alive and healthy on eating plants.
You are amazing, Jenny Goldfarb. You are unreal.
Unreal.
UnrealDeli.com.
Thank you, Jane.
Woo!